ఎప్పట్లాగనే ఇవాళ కార్యక్రమంలో కూడా మనకు ఒక స్పెషల్ గెస్ట్ ఉన్నారు. ఆవిడ చేసే ఒక అద్భుతమైన పనుల గురించి మనం తెలుసుకుందాము, కొంచెం ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ పొందుదాము. సో వితౌట్ ఫర్దర్ అండ్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ బిఫోర్ వి గెట్ స్టార్టెడ్, నా పేరు వేణు చెరుకుపల్లి, హోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ వీకెండ్ సిగ్నేచర్ షో ప్రతి ఆదివారం అండ్ శనివారం ఉదయం 10 గంటల నుంచి మధ్యాహ్నం 1 గంట దాకా ప్రసారం అవుతుంది. So again, without further ado, let me introduce you to Meenakshi Gupta. Good morning, Meenakshi. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well. Thank you for taking time to meet with us and share the amazing work you are doing. So just very briefly, and I'll ask you to introduce yourself a little bit more as well, Meenakshi. Meenakshi Gupta is the founder of AyurRoots Ayurveda Wellness Center. It's based right here in Dallas Fort Worth area, where she brings authentic classical Ayurveda into modern life through personalized consultation and traditional therapies. So that was just an intro, and I didn't mean to steal your thunder there, Meenakshi. But tell us a little bit more about yourself and your roots.
Thank you so much for the nicest interview. Nicest introduction, I would say that. The reason is because I don't like to have a big bios where it is like the other person who is reading will get like, okay, how much I need to read or how much I need to leave. So yes, I've been in practice almost from 25 plus years.
Oh wow!
22 years in the Dallas area. Practice name is AyurRoots Wellness Center. Through that, I try to educate people what is good for them for their health and wellness. And I am also the formal education in Ayurveda is from India, BMS, which is Bachelor of Ayurveda Medicine and Surgery. And then I have done MD in Ayurveda also from India, National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur. And then after coming here, I did the certification in nutrition from Stanford School of Health Science. So that's my background. And here I am with you, Venu, to have a introduction about AyurRoots as well as myself.
Fantastic. How long has it been? Oh, so 25 years. When did you first come to US, Meenakshi?
I came in 2002. It's been
2002.
long. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not very long, but it's not short either. So you've been around. So where in DFW is your practice center located?
So my practice center is located in Plano. It's
Plano, okay.
on the Chapel Hill and Communication Parkway. And the website does have the address. It's 6101 Chapel Hill Boulevard, Plano 75093, near the Willow Bend Mall.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
a good landmark to find you. Okay. So there are a lot of medicinal practices out there, and of course, when for us, folks coming from India, we know for a fact that Ayurveda is our foundation. I mean, centuries old. So educate us, Meenakshi, on how Ayurveda is different from other forms of medicine.
So Ayurveda is different from other form of medicine. I would say that rather than the difference, it's a kind of like complement each other. When you integrate modern medicine and Ayurveda, then we can get the best benefit out of that. The difference comes when it comes to the personalization because Ayurveda is not a one size fits all. You are different, I am different. In the family of four, in the household, everybody is different. So one food might be good for the one person, might not be good for the other person. Similarly, exercise routine, sleep time, sleep duration, everything is based upon who you are as per Ayurveda and how your body can get benefits out of those food habits or lifestyle or de-stressing yourself. That's where the Ayurveda is totally different because it's all about our lifestyle. And the practices are also sustainable. It's not like a rigid schedule where you have to follow, not extreme, not complicated. small sustainable changes which actually somebody can follow and get the full benefit. So ultimately, when it comes to the Ayurveda, yes, it is a personalized, it is not one size fit all. And in Ayurveda, we say that everything starts from your gut and food is a medicine.
Absolutely. I really loved your response in that, you like a lot of times when you are talking about, your practice, whatever it may be, there is the it's very quite common that, oh, other farms are not that great, I'm good. But, instead of that, you said, it complements the traditional medicine. I really love it. And the other thing that really stands out is the personalization. Yeah, and not the take this medicine, here is the dosage, boom. That dosage may not be, and oftentimes you see on the bottles, right? Kids age 5 to 12, dosage is 10 ml or whatever.
Yes.
Why is it 10 ml? Couldn't it be 11? Couldn't it be 9? Right? I think that's what Ayurveda brings. It really targets who you are, what your practices are. Love it. And I've heard this term before, right? Everything starts from gut. Talk to me a little bit more about that one. Why is it so important?
So in Ayurveda, we say that digestion is the core of your health. So means the center to your health. And
Mm-hmm.
digestion is not only about the food, it is also about how we process stress, emotions, workload, and daily life. So, digestion has different, I would say, aspects. One is the food component, the other is your emotions, the stress, also, water intake, workload, daily life. Everything your body has to process. And that's where the digestion plays an important role. If we see that today, most of people which I see in my practice have either bloating issue, acidity issue, irregular appetite, poor sleep, brain fog also, joint health also can become issue. But Ayurveda, these are the symptoms. Ayurveda doesn't see these are the root causes.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere there is a root cause which brings all those symptoms. And those root causes always starts from your gut. For example, if
Mm.
somebody is having a poor digestion, that leads to uh, different mental health also, because gut and mind both are interconnected. So we say that if gut health is good, your mind is good. If mind is good, gut health is good. So in the way, vice versa, if it is one is not working correctly, it will make an impact on the other one also.
Mm.
And routine is also equally important because the body loves the rhythm. We have the season. We know that, right? But modern life has become so much irregular, or we say that we are so much busy with day to day life. We tend to have no routine. Most of the people, they skip meals or eat while driving or scrolling phones also. And then the third thing, if we see late night sleeps, because people
Mm.
are working in different time zones
Mm-hmm.
and they cannot sleep properly, and then wake up tired every day. And those all aspects impacts the digestion. And that's where digestion is the root cause of everything.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, we are all guilty of that for sure. So sometimes, is it possible though that Meenakshi, that you are having gut issues, but then there are no symptoms associated with that? Or is it always that you have an issue, it manifests itself in some way, shape, or form?
So I will give you an example of bucket. You
Hmm.
are filling the bucket and one drop, it is coming in that, right?
Right,
So till you see the water start spilling out, you won't see any symptoms. So
right.
initial phase, you might not see that, okay, this habit or this food or sleeping late or taking too much toll on myself might not generate any symptoms. So that means I'm healthy. But inside the body, a drop by drop, something is accumulating. And
Hmm.
once it reaches to that threshold, then it starts spilling. And then we see all sort of symptoms, which I was talking earlier.
So it's probably too late by then, or it's more complicated to fix it. So now that leads me to my next question. How do we know that the bucket is filling with those drops? When do we, like, what are some of the telltale signs, if you will, that help us detect that something is wrong with you before it gets too bad, so to speak?
So the body always tells. Body tells us when we need to pee, when we are tired, when we need to poop also, or when we are hungry. It's the matter of how well we are listening to our body. That
Mm.
is most important. So if you are waking up in the morning and still feeling after 8 hours of sleep that somewhere you are tired, you don't want to get up from the bed, that means there is some metabolic waste accumulated in your body.
Mm.
Now, the second sign we see is when you morning you wake up, you check your tongue.
Okay.
If there is a white coated tongue, thick coating is there, that also means somewhere the digestion is not working correctly.
Really?
Yes, that we call it as in Ayurveda terminology, ama. Ama means metabolic waste. And your tongue tells you that's where you go to any Ayurvedic Vaidya means Ayurveda doctor,
Sure.
they will first check your tongue and then the pulse to see where how's the digestion, how's your mental health, how's the overall well-being. So those are the symptoms like feeling tired, feeling foggy, coated tongue, and then also some dryness on the skin in the normal weather. I'm not
Mm.
talking about the winters.
Sure.
During the summer also, if you experience extreme dryness or itchy skin, but there is no lesion or no redness on the skin, those are the symptoms which tells us, yes, something is wrong.
Wow. So you're telling me that your body is trying to tell you something, you just need to
Listen.
listen to it.
Yes.
That is very profound. Now, so do you suggest that we the moment that you realize that uh all these are happening, do you advise people to seek help, or do you, I know the answer, but I want to hear from you, or do you wait until like the bucket starts spilling, to speak your language?
So in Ayurveda, we all, if you talk to any Vaidya, you will come to know that most of the time people come at the very last stage when they try everything. But if I wish if they can start taking small things, taking care of small things during the day-to-day life, like fixing their schedule. Eat when
Mm.
you are hungry. Do not look at the clock. That is very important. Nobody needs 3 or 4 snacks and plus 3 meals. So pay attention because many times we are stress eater. We do indulge in the food because of the stress also.
Yeah.
So when you start watching those things, then if you start working on correcting one small habit, and in that time span of 1 month, you will achieve 50% of betterment in terms of your health.
That's a very high percentage,
Yes.
Meenakshi. And I also read just this morning somewhere that sometimes you're not hungry, you're just thirsty, you're dehydrated. You just need to fuel your body, right? Hydrate your body, so to speak. Um, okay, good. Now, so there is a general perception, and I use that word perception very intentionally, that Ayurveda is slow to act. It takes a long time before you start seeing results. How much truth is there to it?
Ayurveda is not slow to work, but when it comes to the chronic conditions, then yes,
Mm.
it will take its sweet time. But then also accountability does matter because Ayurveda is not only that, okay, I have given you the plan, I have given you the herbal supplement, 2 or 3, and then it will take care of itself, everything. That's
Mm.
not how Ayurveda works. Ayurveda demands for accountability, where you follow the things which are meant to be followed by us. So that's where the challenge comes. And when we don't follow those rules and regulations, like yogurt, don't eat the yogurt in the night. But people grew up loving the yogurt in the night or with the end up the meal with the curd rice.
Oh
So if
yeah.
somebody has the aches or pains or the acidity, if we say don't use the yogurt, okay, I can have teeny weeny or maybe dilute with the water, then yes, then it is slow to work.
Okay, so it's not a magical cure. You need to stay patient. You need to stay disciplined. Trust the process,
Yes.
and then routine is very important. Fantastic, fantastic. So you served as an ambassador for Unilever's Ayurvedic hair care line, Indulekha. Talk to me a little bit about that, Meenakshi. What was that experience like? Any stories, success stories to share?
So it was the Unilever Indulekha brand is clinical research based hair care brand.
Mm-hmm.
So they reached out to me for as a brand ambassador before COVID, I think.
Okay.
And then I went to India. We did back and forth, and then I went to India for the shoot also. And it was huge success. We have on YouTube those videos where it is like I believe 10 million views or like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then later they came with shampoo and hair conditioners and all those. And I think I was in the shampoo ad also, but by the time the COVID hit,
Mm,
and that's where everything stopped, stand still. And they did some other local person who was available. So yeah,
mm.
I was associated with them for almost 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Again, మీరు వింటున్నారు పవరింగ్ పాసిబిలిటీస్ పవర్డ్ బై జోహో అండ్ ఇవాళ ఎపిసోడ్ లో మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నాము ఆయుర్ రూట్స్ ఫౌండర్ మీనాక్షి గుప్తా గారితో షీఈస్ ఎన్ runs an Ayurveda wellness center right here based in Dallas Fort Worth area. Meenakshi, another question that I have is when, especially in India, when you go to this fancy, or even here in the grocery stores, you find different brands. Ashwagandha is something that I can think of. You find it in regular retail stores also, American retail stores. Is it what do you say? I mean, they sound very appealing. Okay, they cannot be harmful, so people try it out. What's your take on that? Is it advisable to take those, or
Such a valuable question, I would say that. I think one of the biggest misunderstanding today is the Ayurveda is seen as a trend or just another wellness routine.
mm,
Authentic Ayurveda is actually a very meaningful and individualized system of understanding the body and mind. So for me, Ayurveda is not giving the same ashwagandha to everyone. We need to understand the person, their digestion, sleep, stress routine, food habits, lifestyle, even how they respond emotionally to be a good candidate for ashwagandha. I took the example of just the ashwagandha only. Ashwagandha is a root. If a
mm-hmm.
person does not have a good digestion, ashwagandha is a big no.
Ooh,
The second thing is ashwagandha is one of the safest and one of the dangerous medicine in Ayurveda because
safest and dangerous, you say?
yes, because one thing is it interacts with various allopathy medications. So if somebody is already on the prescription medication, that means ashwagandha is, we need to know which medication they are taking. And then with the PCP or whoever has suggested the prescription medicine, they need to inform them about the ashwagandha because definitely ashwagandha is can be very, very good herb, but can be interact with so many other allopathy medicines also.
Okay.
And the third thing is nowadays there are so many brands in ashwagandha. So with the help of your channel, I would like to emphasize on that. If you see that the ashwagandha is mixed with the leaves or other ingredients apart from root, it's a huge no. Government of Ayush does not promote ashwagandha and does not say ashwagandha as a supplement if the powder is not having only the root powder. If the powder is having the leaf or any other ingredients, it's dangerous to the health.
Wow. Wow. That I'm sure came as a shock to a lot of people, including myself, because when you see that on the shelves, it says dietary supplement, right? And you would think, okay, well, it's a supplement. How harmful can it be? But it can be the safest one and also the dangerous one. That is good information to have. So that leads me into my next question. So, what does authentic Ayurveda looks like, say, in US?
So, authentic Ayurveda is, I would say that, as I said, it is not a trend. It's not a wellness routine. It's not like from morning to evening you start following the dincharya or the daily routine. That is Ayurveda. No. Authentic Ayurveda is to understand yourself, your digestion, your routine, your wellness goal, your lifestyle, and how you respond to different stressors in your life, because the stressors also impact the mind and also impact the digestion. We all are rushing constantly, doing the multitasking, irregular pattern of eating, sleeping late. Those are disconnecting us from the natural rhythm. So Ayurveda brings awareness back to those daily patterns, those natural rhythms. So that's what I feel that at AyurRoots also, my goal is not to suggest some herbal supplements or not to suggest certain diet. It has always been to make a classical Ayurveda practices for the modern life, where people can adapt that with sustainable changes. And those sustainable changes, which are simple and actually easy to follow. And that's
Got
what
it.
authentic Ayurveda looks like in the US today.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, do you work with the insurance companies as well, Meenakshi?
Ayurveda is not a part of mainstream medicine.
Mm,
And for that reason, Ayurveda is not covered by the insurance in the United States.
mm.
But many of us Ayurveda practitioner do accept the HSA FSA card. But
Oh,
when
okay.
it comes to the insurance, no, Ayurveda does not comes under the insurance as of now.
That is good information to have as well. Now, can you share? Okay, before I ask this question, as stressful as life is for everybody, it's more challenging for women because for many reasons, not only they have to do their regular job, they have the responsibility of taking care of the family members, of course, um, we try to help out as well as much as can, but they are irreplaceable. Right? So kudos to you guys for doing that. Very thankful. And with so much work, so much activity, and of course it's more challenging for them as they progress in their age, the premenopause or menopause or whatever, right? So does the Ayurveda treat the symptoms associated with aging in women, especially when it comes to, like, the muscle loss or bone loss? What's your take on that?
First of all, I appreciate you acknowledging women as a main force behind the entire household.
No,
Thank you
no
so
question
much.
about it.
Thank you so much. Um, Now, coming to your question that how Ayurveda approach towards the woman's health, especially when it comes to the aging. When it comes to the aging, the body starts preparing female body differently and the male body totally differently. female body goes through the hormonal changes in the form of perimenopause, menopause, and then postmenopausal symptoms.
Mm.
So if we start taking care of ourselves in the late 30s or early 40s, it is very, very beneficial for the later stage in the life. So I always tell everybody I do conduct monthly community webinars at no cost on AyurRoots platform, where I try to educate every female that, hey, at least adapt some exercise routine, weight bearing exercise, so that you don't lose the bone density, bone mass, or the muscle mass. That is very, very important. As a female, we know that we are running our businesses, so many hats women wear. And when it comes
Absolutely.
to us, we don't do that. We don't take care of ourselves as compared to how we take care of our work and how we take care of our kids or the family. So it is very, very important to have some sort of self-care routine to get the benefit in the early stage of your life in the form of self-body massage with the sesame oil. Sesame oil is rich in calcium plus ready to absorb by the skin and provides benefit. So in Ayurveda, when it comes to the self-body massage, sesame is the best choice irrespective of the season.
Oh,
Yes. In the West, we have made like, okay, if it is a pitta season, you go with the coconut oil or other oil. But Ayurveda says when it comes to the oils, the best oil is the sesame oil.
sesame oil.
Unless
Okay.
until somebody is allergic to that, then it is
Mm.
a different thing. So
Okay.
small, even 10 minutes before the shower, if you can do that, it will go long run. And then if you cannot do the exercise at all, at least couple of times over the weekend, maybe do the weight bearing exercise. And the third thing I always tell everybody, because a lot of stress we accumulate in ourselves, breathing exercises, you don't need to opt for the special pose. Just sit wherever you are. Your focus, your intentions should be your abdomen, and take a deep breath and hold and let it go. So we call it as a box breathing or 4-5-6. And that always helps in resetting your parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system, which brings parasympathetic at the front rather than the sympathetic nervous system. So that is a where you can have a I always say de-stress yourself rather than managing the stress, because
Mm.
managing means still you are keeping something to yourself. So de-stressing means you are letting go. And the breath work is very, very good. And breath work is not only related with the mind, it also helps with your digestion, because breathing is directly related to your metabolism. So
Wow.
small changes, even if you do three changes like 10 minutes walking, after every 2-3 hours, 2 minutes of deep breathing, if you will do, and then regularize your meal time. Once or the alternate days, self body massage. Those are the things which can be which can be sustainable. And
And this
that
is true for both men and women. It doesn't matter.
this is yes, this is for every individual. If you can get a time, this is a general recommendations for everybody to keep health at the best.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, of all those routines that you mentioned, so much valuable information, Meenakshi. Thank you for that. If there is one thing, whether it could be like the most sustainable thing that we can do, would that be the breathing routine?
Yes, I would say breathing. And whenever the nature allows you, go for a walk, 10-minute
Right.
walk.
Now, let's talk briefly about the big elephant in the room, diabetes.
Uh-huh.
And because of our genes, the hereditary or the type of food that we eat, especially I'm talking about the Indian community, we are more prone to diabetes, I would think. At least, if I'm incorrect, but bear with me. So very briefly, talk to us about some of the things that we could do proactively to may not be prevent, but minimize or extend when the diabetes onset happens.
So, diabetes is a lifestyle disorder. We know that,
Sure. Yeah.
right? It does not develop overnight. the body again starts sending the signals for years before the actual onset of diabetes happen. Low energy, weight gain around the abdomen, around the waist.
Visceral
Then,
fat.
yes, visceral fat, and then the cravings. Not only the sweet cravings, but different food cravings. Poor sleep, constant, you want to have a snacking, brain fog, not able to relate with when somebody is talking, stress eating, irregular digestion. So those are the general symptoms body starts sending before the onset of diabetes. Very practically, if I have to tell that somebody that in the early stage or to prevent, regular meal timings are very important for diabetes.
Right.
Reducing excessive processed food and the sugar. I would not say the carbs, I would say the sugar. Because every carb is a different, how the body processes.
Right.
But when it comes to the sugar, that is more important. Then the third thing is improving the sleep. Sleep is an integral part of our daily lifestyle. So if we are messing up with the sleep, it is going to impact our digestion, and digestion is how the insulin regulation happens.
Everything again comes back to the gut health and the digestion. I mean, we touched many topics today, right? And at the end of each discussion, Meenakshi, the one pattern that I saw is you come back to digestion, and that
Correct.
is
Because in Ayurveda, we say that there are only 3 pillars of life. And those 3 pillars are Ahar, Nidra, Brahmacharya. Ahar means food. And when it comes to food, it is not only the edible food or the water, it is your emotions also. Then comes the Nidra, which is a sleep. Brahmacharya, control use of senses. How many of us keep on scrolling the phone in the night to see the reels and all other things because we feel that that is a stress buster for us, or that's a me time. But then it mess up our sleep also. So those are the things if we start paying attention to. The diabetes also can be a preventable because it's a lifestyle disorder. And we know that the lifestyle plays an important role, and digestion plays an important role, and regular mealtime plays an important role. And Ayurveda always emphasize that one diet can be work for somebody, might not work for you, because understanding your body, your type, your digestion, lifestyle, everything is very important.
Fantastic. See, I told you the time just flies, and this topic is very near and dear to me as well, Meenakshi. Unfortunately, we are at time. I wanna just tell us a little bit. How to locate you, how to find you. I want to spell that to our audience. AyurRoots is AYUR, like in Ayurveda, roots. So 2 R's, AYURROOTS. And your practice center is located again where, Meenakshi? Can you repeat that for us?
Yes. So the website is www.ayurroots.com. It's AYURROOTS.com. And the physical location is 6101 Chapel Hill Boulevard, suite number 201, Plano, Texas 75093.
Thank you so much. సో అదండి సంగతి, మనకి ఎంత వాల్యుబుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ షేర్ చేశారు మీనాక్షి గుప్తా గారు. సో మీకు ఇంకా మీరు తెలుసుకోవాలంటే ఆల్ యూ నీడ్ టు డూ ఈస్ విజిట్ AyurRoots.com. She is located right in the heart of Dallas Fort Worth. I can say right that now in Plano. Meenakshi ji, thank you so very much. I learned so much information just in those 30 minutes. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. సో మరొక ఎపిసోడ్ ఆఫ్ పవరింగ్ పాసిబిలిటీస్ తోటి మళ్ళీ వచ్చే వారం కలుద్దాం. అంతవరకు స్టే హ్యాపీ, టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీబడి అరౌండ్ యూ. మీ వేణు చెరుకుపల్లి.